coming from Australia, where we have less income inequality, we certainly do have the billionaires, but we have a good social services program where we have like, we call it the dole, like unemployment kind of benefits and things like that, and housing, public housing, all of that sort of stuff. And good sort of like upward mobility programs to help people who haven't been able to help themselves.
Right.
And I think the thing that I notice in the US is like there's a real disparity, and there is a lot of people experiencing homelessness and struggling, whether it's like medical bills or whatever.
Yeah.
The idea, which I think is it Andrew Yang, introduced about universal basic income into the zeitgeist of American politics. In a future positive AI, post-AI world.
Terminator 3 world, yeah.
No, the future positive version.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Imagine like, where like, because there is enough. Imagine if everybody had healthcare and a universal basic income.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
That first point you just made is a large, we just can't agree on that. No, there's enough.
Right.
And that people don't agree.
Well, the rich people don't agree.
No, nobody agrees.
Well, I mean, there literally is enough.
But they do, but
on paper, if you take all the money in America and you divvy it up by the 330 million people,
I agree.
There's enough for everybody to have enough, and then there's enough for the rich people to still be really, really rich.
But see, yeah, but that it's just we have set up this ghastly framework where that is you can't snatch money out of people's hands.
Well, that's exactly what they're doing, but they're snatching it out of the poor people's hands and keeping it in the rich people's hands.
Listen, I think it should be illegal for an individual to be a billionaire. I think that should be illegal. I think there should be a maximum. Do you know what I mean? Like a minimum wage, a maximum wage.
Yeah, maximum wage.
When I saw that clip of that flop CEO from Boeing on the grand jury thing, it was like, so Mr. whatever the name is, you got a pay raise of what, 60 million? And then your workers got a wage increase of 1%. It was just like, it was so embarrassing, flagrant, and robber barony, like this behavior that is just that's just the way it is. And like capitalism, that's just the way it is.
Capitalism is just like,
it's grim.
It's grim.
It's grim.
And it's hard to imagine. Like, I can imagine a world where, you know, maybe Norway has like an AI. They're like, you know what? We're going to let this AI run our country in a fair and balanced. Because the thing that goes wrong with socialism and communism and these sorts of like equality programs is greed.
Yeah, and also that they have to. Usually, you gotta like, especially if you're trying to implement a social
communist Courtney,
you kind of gotta like
AI.
You gotta mow down like millions of your citizens.
Well, that's the thing. Was like. I feel like a country like Norway or like a Scandi
like a
country,
democratic socialist,
already democratic socialist, would be like, we're going to get this algorithm to like run shit and turn it around and like and show the world. I mean, I think they do already show the world. They do,
and guess who's not, Mama? They're not like, they're like, y'all are, ugh. Yeah. They're like flop. I think that we have to wrap, but before we do, I think that it should be every single job. I'm talking about Walmart greeters. I'm talking about Dunkin' Donuts coffee servers. I'm talking about crossing guards. Every one of those motherfuckers should be able to afford an apartment. They should be able to afford to live by themselves in any metropolis in the country.
Did you know that the people, the baggers at like Trader Joe's are unionized? Or at least they were historically. So they got health benefits. Yeah. They got like all of those things. Like anybody, any job at any level should be able to live with dignity as a human being.
Yeah. You should be able to get as much money to afford food and shelter. You shouldn't have to worry about medical stuff because that is free. And then also you should get free stickers at the bank and lollipops at the doctor's office.
Childcare, education, upward mobility, like things. Because you know why? I don't know how we got here, but the people who are at the top with all the money, the accumulation of wealth, they're extracting the wealth like they're extracting the minerals from the earth. But eventually that money's going to run out if you're not replenishing it. And there's not going to be anybody to buy your shoes and your bars of soap and all of that sort of stuff. So it's short-sighted. And I think that...
Well, nobody cares about the future.
I know. Which is now a J.D. Vance talking point, saying that people who don't have children should get less of a say in the future of our country. So only parents should be allowed to vote.
Jesus Christ, we better start
reproducing.
Yeah. Do you think, are we 42 too old to get? No, my sister's 40. I'm going to have her second baby. I think
my sister had a baby at 42 and now she's 52, and it seems like a lot of work to do in this latter stage. We've had so much fun. We don't need to ruin it with kids now.
No. Okay, final thought.
I believe that children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
I believe that they are annoying and they should be put on an island.
Yeah, I don't want them around me, but we got to repopulate the earth somehow.